The top tip to getting a job in marketing is in a marketing degree, you might not learn anything because while you're studying marketing, please make sure that Alright, hello, welcome back to another video on this channel. Firstly, I would like to start off this video by saying a big thank you to each and every one of you. In the past 3 to 4 months, the numbers have been insane. And the support that I'm getting, and in return the value that I'm able to add, it just makes me really happy, and that's the reason why this channel exists. So the past couple of weeks have been all about different occupations, different jobs, me interviewing different people who are currently working in a full-time position in their occupation, just to see what sort of advice they have, what sort of content they have for prospective students like yourself, and add value that way. If you haven't checked out the videos, check it out now. I've interviewed someone from business analytics, I've interviewed someone from data science, I've interviewed someone from finance. I've already shot a video with someone for nursing, which will come out in a week or so. I've shot a video with someone from cricket, from SACA, South Australia Cricket Association. That'll be coming out as well. And a couple of others as well. If you want me to cover any occupation in that series, put it down in the comment section below. But this video is a highly requested video, I should say, around marketing. And I don't need to get anybody for marketing because I pursued marketing and I do have full-time work experience. I do have experience in my occupation. I'm in contact with a lot of people who are working in marketing as well, so I do know a couple of things. This video will be everything around marketing, masters of marketing, bachelors of business, majoring in marketing, whatever it may be, digital marketing as well. In Australia, what is taught in the degree, what can you do to secure a full-time job, what is the reality of full-time jobs at the moment. So we'll be covering everything step by step. So make sure that you watch this video till the end. My name is Anshul. I'm currently in Adelaide, Australia, and I came to Australia in January 2022. So that means I've been here for three and a half years. I came here to pursue my bachelor's of business, majoring in marketing. Did a year in COVID, so that was 2021-2022. Completed 2 years face-to-face here, graduated at the end of 2023, and started working full-time in my occupation in the designation of a digital marketing officer in January 2024. Finished that role in, I think, March 2025, and now I'm in another role where my designation is digital content and communications officer. Both these roles have been in the South Australia government. I'll obviously not take names, but yeah, both organizations have been really reputable. I'm really grateful for each and every one of you, my parents, everybody that I've been able to be or put in that sort of a situation, in that sort of a spot. That's a bit of a background for me. But if I really go deep into marketing, let's start off with where I started, right? I would say my first role in marketing would be where I started working in a startup. My designation was a marketing assistant, and I didn't apply for that role. I didn't do anything for that role. I was just volunteering in my university, which was Torrens University, and I got in touch with a lecturer who was not wanting to lecture anymore and wanting to start something of his own. So he wanted to start a nursing agency. So basically get staff under him, get clients onboarded, and then basically place his staff in different organizations and then get paid like that. So my main role was to do outreach, to get clients on board, and work with a couple of other team members as well. That stint went on for about 3 to 4 months, but this was me not knowing anything, right? I was just cold calling, email templates, message templates, and everything. Cut to, I became like a marketing officer in my student council at my uni, which is again a volunteering role. Didn't do a lot, but got into social media. Side by side, I started creating content on this YouTube channel. So if you scroll all the way down on my YouTube channel, I think the first video that I posted would be in January or February 2022. So we go a long way back, but I wasn't consistent at that time. I only used to post like one video a month or two videos a month or one video in 2 months even. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, side by side, I was creating content. I was creating content around international student space, and my Instagram was all around that as well. Talking about that, if you aren't connected with me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, either of the platforms, go connect, because I do post content there as well around international student life, around jobs, around anything and everything that will add value to your life. So make sure you connect with me there. And if you want to reach out to me with any questions, any queries, more than happy to help you out. So reach out either of the platforms or in the YouTube comments down below as well. So yeah, going back to my journey, started creating content on YouTube, started creating content on Instagram. Through that, at that time, I was living in Scape, which is one of the student accommodations here, right? They started a program which was called Create with Scape. So I think it was basically they were wanting to get influencers on board. They were wanting to get creators on board across Australia and then pay them. I still remember it was like a 1,500 word answer that I had to write on why I should be selected as a Scape content creator, and I went all out. I went all out when it comes to, this is the niche that I'm working in. I have a YouTube channel. I post content on Instagram. I do this, I do that. Basically sold myself. Fortunately, got affiliated with such a big organization, and I'm still in touch with them. I still love the work that they're doing. But yeah, started creating content for them, which was again a professional role in marketing, because marketing is everything, right? Marketing is everything from web development, SEO, content, CRM, digital marketing, everything comes under it. Once I got that Scape role, I was again very consistent on my own channels as well, because one thing that I did was that I wanted to treat myself as an internship and nothing else. Yes, I wanted to work at other organizations as well, but always, I wanted my content to work for me in a way that gets me to different positions, because if I can grow my channels, I can prove to others that I can work in this space. And we'll get to this later, but content is the easiest way to get into marketing in Australia. So once that happened, I was working in my uni, not in a marketing role, but in like a student engagement role, where we used to call up students and see if they need any help, any help with subject selection, any help with enrolling. Once that role was coming to an end, the marketing manager actually came across my and a friend of mine's content. And they started this influencer program, which was called TikTok Ambassadors. So TikTok Ambassadors for Torrens University. So if you go on Torrens University's channel, you'll see a lot of videos that have been created by me. So yeah, got on board as a TikTok ambassador for Torrens University, and then just one thing kept leading to another, as you might have seen in this timeline already. Because it's just that the more you put yourself out there, the more people will notice you. And as a marketer, I feel I needed to be extroverted at that point. After that, the major breakthrough was when I got onboarded as a study athlete student ambassador, which was again a really big thing. And what that did for me was that I got into events, I got into managing events, running events, not necessarily planning, but being there as a student ambassador and representing Adelaide, representing South Australia altogether. That also meant helping their marketing team, their digital marketing team, with different pieces of content. Through that, I got in touch with a lot of organizations such as Insider Guides that I loved creating content for. Still to this date, I still create content with them. So love adding value to these sort of organizations. And one important thing in marketing is that you just need to be that outgoing person, be that sort of a bubbly personality, and be okay with adding value, and be okay with delayed gratification. And we'll come to that in a bit, right? Did that, and then when I finished technically 2 years of my degree, I probably had 4 to 5 different casual jobs, because at that time we were allowed to work full time, right? Because there were no restrictions. then just a switch clicked in my head or something, that I only have a year left in my degree. I do have good experience in marketing, but those necessarily won't be converted into a full-time job. Like content creator positions won't be converted into a full-time jobs. Student ambassador positions will not be converted into full-time jobs. So I was like, nope, I gotta drop all my casual roles and then focus on getting a part-time role right now. So what I did was, out of those four, I kept the only one job that paid me the most, that had the highest hourly rate, left all the others. So resigned all the others. I wouldn't say resigned, but stopped taking up shifts. If I had time, I would take up a shift, but stopped taking shifts at all the others, and then just started purely focusing to applying for roles. Fortunately, the strategy that I thought of at that time was, let's reach out to people in international education, because that became sort of my niche, right? So the first thing that came to my head was immigration, education and immigration consultants. Then the other thing came of Indians. Let's reach out to people from my own country, because I feel, obviously I do resonate with different countries, and whichever country you're from, if you can drop a comment under this video with the name of your country. But I feel, obviously being from India, I resonate with Indians the most. So started to reach out to different companies, and then got in touch with the owner of Aussies Group, who, to this date, I'm grateful for that opportunity. I started working with them as a marketing assistant, if that's the correct designation. So I think I worked at Aussies for about 6 months or so. And by the time I was just about to graduate, before I even graduated, somebody reached out to me for a coffee catch up, which then led into a job offer with a very well reputed organization. That contract came to an end in March 2025. So it started in January 24, March 2025, and then this opportunity came up. Fortunately, applied for it, interviewed for it, and got through. So that has been my history, my journey in marketing. Let's come to what is actually taught in a degree. So I did a bachelor's of business, right? And this can be very different from what may be taught to you in masters, but I have my mark sheet up, so I'll just run the subjects by you. I would say I wasn't taught anything that I'm currently using in my role right now. It's all experiential. It's all on the job. Yes, you do learn how to write briefs. You do learn how to write copies. You do learn how to write a lot of things. But I feel in marketing, it's purely creative. It comes to you naturally. So yeah, I mean, uni was pretty good. Yes. Value adding, yes. But if I do say that, oh, did I learn a lot? I wouldn't say that, because in marketing, it's purely very, very creative. So let's say if I talk about my first year, it was pretty basic. So I have it open in front of me: ethics and sustainability, marketing for entrepreneurship, which I remember we had to like start a brand, which is good, because then, you advise on how you would manage their social media platforms as well. But again, when I'm talking about that, do I know much about social media? Did I know much about social media at that point? No. Did I advise the right things? No. Did that help me at that time? No. Marketing and audience research, that helped, yes. Making your pestle analysis, your SWOT analysis, and all of those. Content creation for social media, venture ideation, which was really good. Marketing strategy. I had to take up an IT subject, so that is there. Consumer behavior was pretty good, I remember. And a couple of industry engagement projects as well, which was really good. Business environment, I had to take up an accounting subject, I don't know why. Customer experience, again, understanding people, business communications, B2B marketing, digital marketing, understanding advertising. So yeah, a lot of theoretical things, to be honest. But at the end of the day, whatever I've learned through content has been paramount for me to get into this industry, which has been really, really good. Now, secondly, let's look at what are the skills that are generally in demand. On my second screen, I have Seek open, so seek.com.au. And I'm looking at a lot of marketing roles currently being advertised in Adelaide. I'll just read out the designations for you and what are the skills that they're looking at, because I just want to prove how content can be the easiest way for you to enter the marketing field. So social media and digital marketing manager, marketing and digital coordinator, content creator, marketing studio assistant, which is also again around marketing or around content, marketing and communication specialist, digital and marketing assistant, marketing and in-house events coordinator, digital marketing and content assistant. So yeah, these are just jobs that I'm looking at right now on the top of Seek, right? These are featured jobs. These are new to you jobs. Now, if I open either of them, this is a very well reputed organization. It's a digital media coordinator. The designation is a digital media coordinator. What are the skills that they're looking for? Let me just read them out for you. Develop and execute all paid digital media for assigned product streams. So develop and execute all paid digital media. That means content creations and paid boosting. Monitor and optimize all campaigns to maximize ROI, include ad performance, that's analytics. Develop and maintain relationships with any agency, including, that's a little bit of stakeholder management, so a lot of traditional marketing. Collaborate with other teams in the business unit to ensure objectives, target audience, and key messages are clear. Again, if I read about the About You section, experience working in a digital media role at a media agency, highly desirable. See, understanding of social media advertising, SEO, SEM, email marketing, CRM. So this is just one of the hundreds of jobs available out there that I've just opened in front of me on Seek, which is where you'll be applying for roles as well. All right, I realized that I didn't talk about PR at all. Now, as of June 2025, marketing is in the SOL list for South Australia in particular, but for some other states as well. I'm not going to name those states because I don't know when you're going to be watching this video. But just speaking from experience, some of my friends have gotten PR through Victoria, Western Australia, definitely, and Tasmania, but I don't think anybody would want to move to Tasmania here, at least. So yeah, how it works in marketing is I'm going to talk about just the general skill migration, not employer sponsored visas, because that's a whole different thing altogether. How general skill migration works is that you need to be studying a degree which is highly relevant to marketing. What that means is that if you're doing a general BBA or a general MBA and wanting to get a PR through marketing, that unfortunately will not work. You need to have a specialization or a major in marketing for that to be counted. If you're doing a general MBA or a BBA and then going towards marketing, the number of the number of years that you'll have to show WorkX for will be 3 years. But on the other hand, if you have a specialization or major in marketing, that mandatory WorkX will go down to 1 year. Why that WorkX? So let's say when you graduate, you start working full time in your occupation, which is marketing. And if you have studied in a highly relevant marketing degree, you show 1 year's worth of full-time work experience, just a little bit more, and apply for your skills assessment through VETASES. General documents will be required, like your contract pay slips, your organization chart, your organization's organization chart, to just determine where you sit on the organization chart altogether, and your job description. Now, very important thing, just this job description should be 75 to 80% similar to what is currently there on the VETASES website. So the points should be highly relevant to the job description on the VETASES website. Once you get a positive skills assessment, then you lodge your 491 and 190. Unfortunately, marketing, you're not eligible to get a PR in marketing through the 189 route, 189 route, which is given to you by the federal government. It's only state sponsored visa. So yeah, you're only eligible for 491 and 190 as of June 2025. And then after that, yeah, you just get your invite and you wait for your grant. So that's it about the PR. Coming to the last segment of this video, my advice. My advice is, okay, because I'm talking to each and every one of you, and a lot of you might be shy on camera, maybe do not want to make content, can't make content. One, learn how to make content. Second, if you don't want to be the face of a social media channel, create content for someone else. Pick up a pizza shop, pick up a nail salon, pick up an electronic store, pick up a phone, like a phone cover store. There are hundreds of these stores in Adelaide. Reach out to any of them and tell them that, hey, I'm going to do this work for free for you. I'm going to build your social media channels, which might get more sales to you, and I'm going to do this for free. Do this for free with your casual role, because then you are building a portfolio. So yeah, my top tip, create a portfolio. Get into content, and even if you do not want to work in content, I just literally read everything in front of you. You will need to do everything. You can become an all-rounder, but content will be a part of it, so might as well start doing that for now. Yes, there are other traditional marketing roles out there as well, like your business development manager, your sales, your stakeholder management roles will be out there. But for that to happen, you need to have spent some time in the marketing industry in Australia in particular. So yeah, start with content, start with learning different platforms such as HubSpot. HubSpot is a big one. Different email marketing platforms such as MailChimp. I'm currently working on Campaign Monitor, which is another marketing platform. Learn Salesforce if you can. There are a bunch of different courses on LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, Coursera, but those will only be valuable if and only if those make it to your portfolio by ways of practical work that you're doing. So yeah, that is my piece of advice. Those are some pieces of advice from my end. If you want to get into paid marketing, get into paid marketing, handle budgets. But for that to happen, you need to prove yourself to someone here in Australia. Yes, you might have a bunch of experience in SEO, in website development, in marketing, in traditional marketing, back home, wherever you're coming from, which is good, which is really, really, really good. But at the end of the day, what I feel you should do is that you leverage all of that and get a starter, get a freshie position while you're studying here in Australia, and start building that portfolio from, let's say if you're from Colombia, I've done this work from Colombia, I've leveraged that, gotten this fresher role, be that as a casual part-time internship, did that in my master's for 2 years or my bachelor's 3 years, and now I'm here interviewing for you, applying for your organization, because I feel X plus Y can be really value adding for you. So that's some pieces of advice from my end. Again, if you have any questions, reach out anywhere. Feel free to suggest any topic, any video ideas that I should make any other videos on. I have a lot of things in mind. So it'll be good to get those sort of reality checks so that I can validate some of my ideas as well. If you like this video, like. A lot of you haven't subscribed till now, so it'll be great if you can subscribe. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one.